Hello YouTube, I'm back again. Today I'm gonna share some tips about Kanna. So the first thing I'm gonna share is for this stone. So this stone will overall boost your party's final damage and also their attack speed. It's a very good stone, very good skill. So you charge it using this Vanquisher Charm. You'll be faster. Instead of just regular Shikigami haunting, you'll be very slow. So you use this skill. Okay. Now if you notice, my mana, you see I'm used up my mana. So on the normal circumstances, your mana will not be able to sustain the stone. That's why when you want to charge your stone, you will use Yuki. Yuki will, as you can see, decrease the amount of mana consumption. Okay, later I'll try this skill again with Yuki. The next one is Shikigami and Tango. So usually Kanna starting, they usually boss like this. They just use Shikigami all the way. But what you can do is use it with Tango. You can apply this with sticky keys. There's another YouTuber that actually made this guide on sticky keys already. So I'll leave it for you to research on that. Basically, it'll be like that. Shikigami with Tango. It'll increase your overall DPM. Next is the Tango Cancellation animation. So usually you use like Untitled Fury. You cannot move right after you use it. Or like the foot bind, you cannot move. So let's say I press foot bind. I've been the long bind, this one. And then I use Tango. I can straight away move. Then I can attack and I can move. Usually I cannot move one. Then this one, if you use it, you also cannot move right. But if I use Tango, straight after I use it, I can move. See? Yeah, even Yin Yang Force, Tango after using. Can cancel almost any animation. Next, I want to talk about the longest time in air. So, you know, Lucid phase 1 got the minion, then the Dragon Blast over. What you can do is use the high jump, this one. What is it called? Shikigami Charm. Followed by Yin Yang Force, and then followed by Orochi, which is this skill over here. So this skill actually allows you to float in the air. So I show you. So you jump. Hey! Oh, I cannot jump here. Oh shit. Hold on, let me do a small jump, and then I use this. Let me try one more time. Small jump, Yin Yang Force, Orochi. See, I'm floating in the air. 3 times and then use Yin Yang Force again. Yeah, that's the amount of time you can stay in the air to avoid the minion blast. Next, I want to talk about Untitled Fury, this skill. This skill can actually increase your damage boost. See? Attack up to 50 enemies, 600 damage for 35 second damage increased by 20%. So always remember to use this skill. You can use Tango to cancel the animation also. Yep. Next, on Celestial Fury, this skill. Yeah, this one deals a lot of damage. So just on it. And then after that, Mana Overload. So this skill, Mana Overload, also increases your damage. However, be careful, your HP will decrease. So let's say I use it. There you see, my HP is decreasing. Yep. And then after that, let's say if I use, my mana until 0. Okay, let me try and use mana until 0. Spam mana skills. See? My mana overload will cancel by itself. Then you need to reuse mana overload again. Yep, so be careful of that. Next one, binding duration. So you see I binded, right? The cooldown for this is 120 seconds. You can bind after 90 seconds. Usually bosses, they have a 90 second cooldown for binding. That means within the 90 seconds after you bind it, you cannot bind it again. So we just wait until this cooldown reaches 30 seconds because 120 minus 90 equals to 30. Then you can just look at this number here. Now it's 1, right? That means it's more than 1 more minute left for the cooldown. Once it reaches 30, we can use this short bind. Okay, we'll come back to that later. So let me try to charge again with Yuki. Now it's 54 seconds. You can use this one to this skill to recharge your mana. But you see, it basically uses less mana. Okay, 40 seconds. Actually 40 seconds you can buy okay. But I would suggest 30 seconds if you want to wait for Angelic Blessing and other burst skills. Now you can buy. Yep. Then you just wait until this Vanquisher's bind until 30 seconds. Then you use Veritable Pandemonium. Okay. Also, Yuki is your best ally because he will charge your HP. Remember, I use Mana Overload. It will decrease my HP, right? But you see, my HP is still full because Yuki is healing me depending on the amount of damage I'm doing. Also, for Haku, make sure you use it for extra range. Haku, right? Just want to talk about Haku fan. The whole fan matters. That means even the Star Force, the Flames, it all matters. Because overall, Haku skill, it gives you the amount of damage depending on the amount of magic attack your Haku fan has. So for your potential lines, you should try to get magic attack. If the potential is grayed out, okay, let's say let's say I use this one, I put it here. See, it's grayed out the damage on boss monsters, then you won't apply. Yep, you won't apply, let's say your boss damage won't increase. See my BD now 168. Okay, so try to get magic attack. Yeah, magic attack is the best. So all the Star Force, all the Flames, it matters because overall, so it's just a fun fact for Haku fan. If you never buff it, only the potential lines will affect. See, hold on, will affect you. If I never buff Haku, off Haku, off it. If I never buff Haku, my range will still increase, right? Yeah, that's only cause the potential lines are affecting me. But if I use Haku buff, the whole fan, including the Flames, the Star Force, will affect me. Okay, so best is to get Arcane Shake fan, but I don't have the money, so I use Absolapse, which is the next best option. Okay. For my skill, the first thing you should max is your stone, because after all, Kanna is a support job, so you must max stone first, followed by Yuki. Okay, and then for your tri-course, go for Shikigami Haunting, which is your main skill, your Tango, and also can go for Spirit Coral, which is let me try to use all this flying stuff. Yeah. Trigors are very important because they boost your damage. See, now I'm dealing about 1 bill, 2 bill, right? With Shikigami. But what if I take up my Tri-Core for Shikigami? If I just take up one, now I'm hitting around 1B, but also got less than 1B. But if I take up 2, then the damage will definitely decrease even more. See, now I'm hitting only 500 mil. So your Tri-Cores are really important. There's a bossing Tri-Core, and there's also a farming Tri-Core for Kanna. You can research on that. But for bossing, I would suggest you go for Shikigami, Tango, Spirit Coral, and Celestial Fury. Yeah, those are the more important ones. And then for farming, if you use Yin Yang Force, Yin Yang Force actually has quite a wide range of effect. So Yin Yang Force is good for farming. Kishin also, Yasha, yep, those are the good ones for farming. Of course, Shikigami and Tango, since they are actually the main skill for Kanna. Kanna is not a good DPS job because we don't really have a burst except for our stone in Maple Sea. So we are actually a good DPM job. That means damage per minute. So remember all these tips. Yeah. Oh yeah, one more tip. This is what do they call it? Ether, right? Yeah, if you use a barrier on it, you become big. And then your mana will keep recovering one. Let's say I use, see, you recover so fast when I'm using Vanquisher Charm. But if I go outside, my mana won't, and this is the Celestial Fairy by the way, my mana won't recover. But if I go inside, my mana will recover. Yeah, that's it I guess. Let me try to show you the height one. So over here cannot use. Let me go outside. Okay, let me try and use over here like that. Then Orochi 3 times, then Yin Yang Force. Yeah, that's how you can survive. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.